I do apologise, I got cut off there. Right, so I'm going to come back again. Space to create. Yes, down here by Wilko, opposite Wilko, there is a shop here that's doing a little bit of history in our hands. Right, let's read this. Opening an exhibition of and reading from Building Stories, a new book of poems by Kerry Steed. Space and create. And if you look at the pictures, are they? It's well worth. But I do know they do sculptures and they do various artists here, which is at least it's a space that's used. I'd rather it be used than not used. And then we've got the tattooists down here. We've got solicitors. We've got in fabrics. So there's a little bit that goes on here. Now, what we're going to move up to now is the museum, and then I'm going to stop at the museum and then come back onto camera, and then tonight I'll be posting this because I believe that's the time when people see it the most, and then I want engagement as much as we can. I don't really care if it takes days and weeks. Let's get your engagement, because your views will go back to the council. This is extremely important. Now then, that's the castle. Does it look inviting? Well, it's quite hampered, and the reason I say it's hampered by quite a lot of trees, shrubbery that need cleaning up. At the cost I don't know, but would a clean castle make a difference? Well, you look at Pembroke Castle. It draws out quite a lot of people. I think that's another missing point here. And that's what I'm going to say, is the castle. That is an invite into the town. Do we use it? Do we utilise what the castle is all about? If you look along the river here, beautiful day today, peaceful, and then you look like quite a busy, it's quite busy. I'm quite happy to see that there is people about. Obviously what they're doing I don't know. I have noticed another sign here, so we need to go and have a look here. And this is on the bridge. Let's read this. This bridge was erected at the sole expense of Sir John Phillips of Picton Castle Bar, anno 1726. Michael Proust, Esquire, Mayor, in memory whereof this was set up by the Mayor and Council, repaired by order of the Mayor and Corporation AD 1829, in the 10th year of the reign of His Majesty George IV, who passed over the bridge on his return from Ireland, the 13th day of September 1821. This bridge was widened and repaired in the year 1848 under the direction of the magistrates of the county of the town for Haverfordwest at the expense of the said county. This historic monument was lettered and refurbished in 2016 at the instigation and sole expense of Sir John Perrott Trust. Wonderful. And look at that. You know, at the end of the day, history is everywhere. It is. You just got to find it, haven't you? But if you look, it's surprising how many people don't. I'm looking, aren't I? And I'm showing. And it's worth establishing and worth looking that Footfall is rubbish.
Steve,
You're right, good man. Yeah, and Footfall is rubbish, and it's we need to try to find a way of increasing people, get them walking again. I do believe that online shopping, and I will say this, that online shopping and the discounts of online shopping are a big burden. Right, now then, another bane here. The Swan Hotel. This is where it used to be. This was the site of the Swan Hotel, reputed to date from 1536. It was demolished in 1970, and the reason it was demolished because it had dry rot. And I will tell you, you had that gap here. Well, when you had the Swan Hotel, that was completely closed off. You had a huge barn door here at the front. We're looking at barn stretches, but you had a huge barn door, and it was stunning. Absolutely stunning. Well, what a bit of history. It had gone. Dear, dear, dear. I'll say no more. We're going up to Holloway. Right, so I'm making my way up here. quite a few little Pulsatory style there. Don't understand whether that's open or not. You've got Towergate Insurance. You've got another beauty shop here. Nails Beauty and Tanning. Well, the Farmer's Arms. Traditional old pub here, and still going strong. Support our local businesses. Please support our local businesses. We're crying out for it. And as we make our way up here, we've got another Ladies' Dad's Uppercuts. Now, if you look at these buildings here, and we're coming up to the back of Haverfordwest, if you look here, the name of that is Gloucester Terrace. Gloucester Terrace. Who would have thought, eh? We've got Gloucester here. So, going to the back of here, coming up here, we've got... I don't know whether I think that's closed. So coming up here, interesting, isn't it? I love these things here. Look, person in the army and the Royal Fusiliers lived here, so I'm just going to hold that there. Not sure whether you can screenshot it or read it. William was the stepson of Mrs. Thomas of 9 Holloway Street, Haverfordwest. William enlisted at Haverfordwest in the Army Service Corps and had the regimental number T2-017640. William later transferred into the 1st Battalion Royal Fusiliers, which was attached to 17th Brigade, 6th Division. The division had been on the Western Front since 1914 and fought through most of the major battles in the spring of 1918. The division was one of those hit by the German offence on the Somme, which had been launched on the 21st of March 1918, and the division took part in the Battle of St. Quentin. They went to Flanders to rest, but the following month the Germans launched another offensive on the Lys, and the division fought during the Battle of Ballyloul, the First Battle of Kemmel, and the Second Battle of Kemmel. During August, apologise for my pronunciations. During August 1918, the Allies had recovered sufficiently to be able to launch their own attacks on the Germans, and after a brilliant victory at Villiers-Berthenot on the 8th of August, attacks were launched at Albert on the Somme. The 6th Division took part in the advance in Flanders before moving south, where they took part in the advance of the Hindenburg line during the Battle of Epée, and then at the Battle of the St. Quentin Canal. Once that line had been breached, the division took part in the Battle of Haverfordwest and the Battle of Cambrai, before the final pursuit to the Selle and the Battle of Selle, where they saw the end of the war out. William was killed in action less than a week before the end of war, and on the 5th of November 1918. He was 23 years of age and is buried in Crossroads Cemetery, Fontainebleau, France. Wonderful, and thank you for your sacrifice in preserving our lives in this world, and thank you for everything you've done. Oh, wow, what a bit of history that was. It just hits you, doesn't it? And it, you know, people don't think history is important. Of course it's important. It's the most vital thing that we should know and we should teach our youngsters. Are they being taught it? I don't know. In this society, I think we're tending to get more, how can I put it? We're driven by technology in a wrong way, when we should be driven by technology and social media forums in the right way. If we taught people about history on social medias and doing all this sort of nonsense, rather than being stuck on chat rooms and things and Snapchat and things like that and all these type of things, then maybe we could get somewhere. It's the bane, and I think I will point the finger at Facebook, but I think that's under a major review about the way that it's actually dealing with things, because I think it's been hit. Right, so as we walk up here, I believe this building's got a little bit of history as well. So let's fall back. Beautiful stonework. And let's go here. Yes, there is. And I thought there was. Castle Terrace. I'm going to scroll in there. Castle Terrace. 1832. That building, 1832. Look at the stonework. It's absolutely Absolutely amazing. 1832. Wonderful. Right, I'm walking up. Well, one thing's for sure, I needed to lose a little bit of weight, so this kind of walk is doing me the world of good. But I'm actually enjoying it. I'm actually really enjoying coming across to you about Footfall, about the history. I just want you to enlighten of actually what is here, what can be here. Right, we're coming up to the museum. So obviously there's the castle, Queen's Square, Castle Street. Now if you come down the bottom of Barn Street, you can turn in here and you can come up this way, or you can, where I've just showed you where Poundland is, you can go up the back way. And the reason I'm going to show you the back way, because it's extremely important, because we've had major investment to do a walkway. Now then, Haverfordwest Town Museum, and this is where it is. And the Haverfordwest Town Museum has been placed in that small building. It was currently in the bigger building. I think there was damp issues, so they moved it into the small building. Right, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m, closed on a Sunday. Well, you'd expect that, I suppose. Run by volunteers, I understand about 12. Not sure what the situation is now. Going to just have a quick look around the castle. And beautiful. And did you realise this was a prison? Yes, it was. It was a prison. This was Haverfordwest's prison many, many years ago. Yes, incredible to think, isn't it? If you look at that gate, if you look at that door, it actually gives you the prison effect, doesn't it? Look at that. The building erected, I'm reading this sign, as the county prison in 1820. After structural alterations, it was opened as the county museum and record office by Sir Ben Bowen Thomas, MALLD, in April 1967. Well. Yeah, I do know it was a prison because I have gone through history. And yet again, look what this offers. Come on, guys. This place, it could be done more. There could be more done here. We need to look at what we can do. There is a wonderful history here, and there's a wonderful area here. It offers everything. You know, this castle is stunning. I mean, why don't we get, organised groups up here, get the children up here? I don't know what's going on, but this is history. Let's get history on its knees here. Let's people looking. There's some beautiful places here, and Union Jack. But I will tell you, we are in Wales, and here she flies. Welsh flag, the dragon. Not much of wind today, so she's not fully out. Right now then, we're up the top end, and it's extremely important that I'm going to show you this, because as I mentioned in previous recording, Tom Tudor, I met Tom Tudor several times, a lovely man, and he was very adamant about this because he wanted a walkway from the castle car park that would lead up to the museum and lead into the town. And they got the funding. It's been controversial, like anything else is controversial. People are never happy with it, but the problem I find here sometimes is these people that are never happy with it, do they actually walk it? Do they actually go out and see these places? What am I doing now? What am I showing you? What am I showing you what you can look at? If you put your legs on the ground and you actually walk, it's amazing what you see. And this is the type of thing that I really do go by sometimes, is that people actually don't see it, but yet they're making comments about it. I did bring my children up here last time, and it was extremely poor state. Looking at it, it does look like it's been tidied up to a point. I know that area there to the steps is closed, right? don't know how much work has been going on here, but we're going down the side of the castle. What I will say is, does this give a great impression? There's a lot of growth here. Maybe we need to look at trying to tidy up all the growth and get some of this tidied up, because when you're walking it, it can be a bit grubby looking. I know that they're doing a lot of work down here on the steps. They've spent nearly £100,000 doing all this brickwork leading up to where the castle is, and the reason for that is to try to make things a bit more safer, encourage people to come up here. And wow, now come on, we talk about parking, and this car park is absolutely jam-packed. Well, now we can go on about what Tom Tudor was trying to do, and then there's all people giving the negatives, but look, it's absolutely packed. The car park is packed, so you're going to draw people that way, aren't you? So let's have a look at our charges, because we are looking car park charges. That is an issue that we're going to talk about. Currently at the moment there is no charges, it looks like. It doesn't look like they're charging at all. Maybe the reason why it's packed then. That's another huge issue with me. Isn't it interesting, if you do that for a day or something, how the car park is packed to the rafters? So obviously people latched on that the car park is free, and here we are. Yet again, the silly top line, 50p for an hour, £2 per 60p for 2 hours, £1 for 4 hours. I know what I'd be getting. Right, so come down here, and I'm just going to just cheat a bit. I would like to see all this above this crate here. I would like to see all this here. I know there's an area you could sit in, but it's all overgrown. Let's get all this tidied up. Wouldn't this be lovely? You know, at the end of the day, look, there's a pathway going up there. All this area here is all mangled in brambles. It's all overgrown. Let's tidy it up. Let's get these walls cleaned up. You know, let's get things just looking and make this castle look like a castle. At the moment, it's all overgrown and looks a bit dreary, doesn't it? Looks a bit tired. But yet, on the other hand, what does it offer? It's beautiful to look at. So we'll come down here, and all this is gated off, so I can't really jump the fence and have a look. I'd love to, but obviously I will respect. What I see here, it's quite picturesque. They've done a wonderful. Oh, now this is exactly what I'm talking about. If you can have that kind of effect here, and you look in here, if you can have that kind of effect, why can't we have it going along here, going up to those levels there, and making it look a little bit more tidier? But yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I'm not sure about Martin and what that building is supposed to be doing there, but it would really love to see something done with that building, because it's just a waste. But yeah, I can see it. You know, it does look a lot tidier. It looks a lot better. I can't tell you what it's like, because I'm not allowed to walk on that. That's all cut off. So until that's open, I can't really do it. Right. So this is where we're going now. Going out. Bear with me. You know, isn't it interesting when you look at the old buildings and you see something that just catches your eye? I mean, look at those steps there. What an absolute waste. Wasted treasure, isn't it? Coffee cave. Look at the steps. Oh, I mean, people would fight for something like that today. Such a wasted little article there. What about my nice little sitting area outside the back? But then it's drawing customers. It's drawing people on Footfall. Right, we're going to go back up to the NatWest again. So we're going up the back here. Bear with me, guys. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do Dew Street, because obviously we missed out on that, and there's a very, very good butcher's here. You need to bear with him because he's superb. Mr. Hughes, Freddie Hughes, long established. So, right, I'm going to cut across. lot to see, squeezed in. I know there's going to be a lot of unhappy people that I haven't squeezed everything in, but I've been out for a good while now, and I'm walking along, coming up to the top of the town here now. Nice and all this is tidied up. Coming up here now. Spent an absolute fortune on doing these pavements. Well, what have we got for it? And the crypt, guys. Going past the crypt again. Fortunately hidden. Nobody can see it. Market Street. Now then, Market Street. Currently, not a soul in sight. This is coming up to midday, 11:30, coming up to nearly half an hour from 12 o'clock. Not a soul. So it's quite true. Any build-up businesses, somewhere like Bridge Street, where they're all confined together, draws people in. Now, what kind of businesses they are unfortunately charity shops. You've got Greggs, you've got a variation of food outlets. If you look at Market Street, you're probably looking at the George's, a Londo's shop. Maybe needs few more food eatery places to draw customers in there. That's the problem, and that's the issue. I don't really know what's going on in the library. There's obviously something going on in there, but I couldn't tell you what's going on in there. So obviously there's something that's going on in there. Right, come to the Thai massage, come across here. And we're going to go across the road. These flats were a bone of contention at one time. They had to put CCTV because so many people were dumping stuff behind there. Luckily enough there isn't. I walk up here. This shop here struggled to do a business. I know there was a business running in there at one time, a pizza place, but shut. This building here must be flat or something, but my goodness me, it looks grubby. Just looks awful, doesn't it? You know, its appearance is everything, and I think in a town, people are not going to come if a town looks grubby. And I do believe, and my personal opinion is, we need to concentrate on appearance as well. The appearance is everything. Charity shop here has been running for quite a long time. Quite a busy one. A few people in there. And a couple of wedding dresses there, ladies. The mortgage practice. I'll see. And then there's a couple again. Really shops to let. Bit grubby looking. Coming up here. Used to be the Kings here. The Kings. And now then it was a takeaway. I'm not sure if that takeaway is still there, because there's 2 ground floor flats above that are for sale. I'm not sure whether that's still open. I'm sceptical. I think that's probably shut, but I'm not. Don't quote me on that. Flats down there, and then come up here. And for all you multicultural people, which I love this place, there's a spice box shop here, food store, and it is marvellous. They sell everything and anything that you want. It's in there. Wonderful, wonderful shop. Wonderful. So I definitely advise you to pop in there. It's huge. It's gone really big. Spice shop, Indian, Chinese. Go across here and then look across this road here. And if you look across here, now then, you look here. This one's beautifully done up. Now then, this used to be the spa shop. If I'm correct, this used to be the spa shop, used to be the video shop, that used to be Tim's. if I'm solely correct. And because I'm walking so close, you can't really get a bird's eye view, so I'm going to go across. We're up to Dew Street in Haverfordwest, guys. Trying to cover all the areas here. Right, go across here. That used to be Tim's shop, and that used to be the video shop. Two beautifully buildings all done up there. Freddie Hughes, and absolutely wonderful butcher. Absolutely wonderful. Been going for years, Fred and his son. Wonderful butchers. And the local butchers are marvellous. Please, please. Same as the trinket shop, same as our local businesses. Support our local businesses. Independent retailer beds. Today they converted that to beds. Now then. I'm not sure whether this is Sally's house. Please excuse me, Sally, if I'm picturing your house. That used to be the pub called the Lamb. She can quote me on that whether I'm right or wrong, but that used to be called the pub the Lamb. Go across here, and this used to be an infant school. You look at the date on it. It was 1887. Used to be an infant school. Well. Look how tiny it was. Look how tiny it was. It's a wonderful piece of history there. Right, now as we guide ourselves up, we're walking up again. Runway Autos. Happy Days, do a marvellous job there. RGW Auctions. Wonderful. Go across here, wonderful to see. The Labour Club. Yet again, like the Conservative Club, these places are the hub of communities for people. I'm not sure whether you can get a cheaper pint or whatever, but they're part of communities, aren't they? Got the wonderful church coming up here, St David, St Patrick, The Edge. Wonderful business. Doing a wonderful business there, The Edge. Absolutely brilliant. The Edge is fantastic. It's wonderful business. And then we've got a creative antique shop. Then we've got St David, St Patrick's Church. This is the Edge shop. We've got an antique shop. Not sure how long this has been here. That's the old antique collection. And then you've got St David, St Patrick Church. Wonderful church, beautiful church. Doing services every day. Come up here. We've got the garage, Mike Howland. Motec. Garage has been here a while. This is on Milford Road. Milford Road is coming up here. This is Motec. It's been here quite a long time. MOTs, exhausts. And then we've got La Roque and the Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal has been here for a number of years. Struggled for customs like everyone else. Footfall, the price increases on everything. The Taj Mahal. Come up here and we got the old police station here on the left. It's been here a considerable number of years. I think probably under strains, no doubt, with cuts. And the police station. Right, as I come full circle round, because I'm heading back to my car now in Tesco's, I'm going to whip it on to me and just say